Hello everybody, my name is Gabby. I am here with Webster. He's a part of our board and train program here at Paw Forward. This is his 4th week with us. And what we're going to work on today is a little bit of appropriate play as well as no jumping. So one thing we talked to you guys about is that he's been having a little bit of issues jumping up. So we want to work on this so that not just in play, but in every instance, we're going to be working on that jumping behavior and making sure that that does not happen. Okay, so I'm going to go through how to work on that. Right now, you'll see that I do have his leash on. And the reason for that is if he does go to jump up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step on that leash to prevent him from doing so. Okay. So we don't want him to practice that jumping. The more he practices that jumping, the more likely it is to occur. Go get it. Another thing I want to mention with him is when you go in and out of doors with him, he tends to try to run and jump up on that door. So we also want to make sure that when we're going through these doors, he's doing so appropriately. So we're going to have him sit. If he pops out of that sit, we're going to back him up a little bit. We're going to put him into that sit again. And we're not going to let him continue towards that door. So there he went to jump up. I took my hand away. I didn't give that reinforcement. I don't want to reinforce that jumping. So if he does go to jump like that, I'm going to call him sit. And I'm going to ask for a different behavior and then reinforce that behavior. If he goes to jump up and you reinforce, he's going to learn that that is how he gets that treat, okay? And we don't want that. So if he does jump up, then we're going to take a step back. We're going to ask for a couple different behaviors, some sits, some downs, and then we'll give that reinforcement for that success, not that jumping. But again, at the door. So we want to make sure that if we're sitting at the door, he's waiting until we say, let's go, until we walk out that door. He's not running towards that door. He's not jumping up on that door. We want him to be calm before we exit, especially if we're going on a leash walk or we're working on recall, whatever we're working on outside, having him calm before we actually move outside is really going to help with that session. Okay, so let's do a little bit of play. I have a toy over here he usually tends to like. So I'm going to take the leash off him for this so he doesn't get twisted up. But if he does start to jump up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that leash back on. Okay, I don't want him practicing that. Ready? Good boy, sit. So I'm going to ask for that. So right there, he went to jump up. I immediately put that toy behind my back. Sit. I'm going to ask for that sit. Yes, good boy, get it. And then that reinforcement is going to be him being able to play. Good job. We're going to let him get it every so often. But making sure that even in play, everything is very controlled. Okay? Get it. Good boy. Good job. So right here, I'm going to stop him for a second. Sit. I'm going to make sure he's not too worked up. Yes, good boy, get it. So making sure he stays below that threshold of getting too overly excited. Good job. He's able to get excited, but we're able to bring him right back down. Very important. Okay, good boy. He's keeping those paws on the ground. Good job. And he loves this toy. Gets a lot of energy out of him, which is great. Good job. And we can also work a little bit on his drop. Yes, good boy. So I asked for that drop. Once that came out of his mouth, I marked with the word yes, and then I gave a different reinforcement. Do one more. Ready? Get it. Good boy. So he is doing an excellent job with this. Make sure you're staying consistent when you get him home. It is going to take a little bit of time in the beginning, especially with those doors and that jumping up. If he does go to jump up on you, I want you to turn away, take that attention away from him immediately. Because a lot of times what we do is we're like, no, 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 and we're pushing the dog off of us. And what that's doing is that's actually giving him attention. He's not differentiating that negative attention versus that positive attention. Okay, so you guys have any questions on this? Let us know, but he's doing an excellent job here. We will see you on his video tomorrow. Good boy.